Okay, now welcome again to Chemistry Simplified. So here we identify tough topics, how we make questions simpler to you. Alright, so let's look at this question. I promise you another video on stoichiometry, and that is what I'm bringing to you now. So the question says here, if magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid to give magnesium chloride and liberate hydrogen gas. So now say, what is the mass of magnesium that will react with 250 centimeter cube of 0.5 molar concentration of hydrogen chloride, whereby you are given the atomic mass of magnesium to be 24, chloride to be 35.5. Alright. So let's bring out the reaction. We have magnesium to react with hydrochloric acid to give magnesium chloride and liberate hydrogen. Now, just like I told you earlier in the previous video, if you have not watched it, the link will be put down in the bio. You can check it and watch before this. Now, I told you that we may be given different species in equations, but questions are mostly on two species in stoichiometry. Now look at the question here. They said, what is the mass of magnesium that will react with 250 0.5 of what of this? So the question is only on hydrogen chloride and magnesium. There is nothing that concerns with what with this and this. So we only have issue with magnesium and hydrochloric acid. So when you identify the species you are to tackle, so you don't have issue in going to this. So the only time you need this is to check whether the equation is balanced, and after that you don't have issue with them anymore. So we have one atom of magnesium, we have two hydrogen, we have two chlorine. So the equation is balanced. Now, and I said something, I explained that now in terms of mole concept in stoichiometry, you have to understand that mole concept. That's the very first thing you have to understand. Now you can see here that 1 mole of magnesium reacts with 2 mole of hydrogen chloride. This is very, very important. You can see 1 mole of this reacts with 2 mole of this. The mole is just the coefficient behind the compound. So there is 1 here. That's why we have 1 mole of magnesium reacts with what? With 2 mole of hydrogen chloride. So, but the question is not asking us on mole, but you just have to understand mole. Do you get it now? So, and I said something here in the previous video that 1 mole of any substance, I'm repeating this now, is equivalent, number 1, to atomic mass equivalent to molar mass of a compound equivalent to Avogadro's constant or Avogadro's number, also equivalent to molar volume of a gas at testing. So 1 mole of any substance is equivalent to these 4 things. Now look at that. What is the mass of magnesium? Now we are looking for mass. We are not going to use mole now. We are looking for mass that we react with. Now we are taking the volume of this and it was molar concentration. Now when you see capital letter N in chemistry questions, it is called molar concentration or molarity. While the SI, the unit for molarity is mole per dm cube. Mole per dm cube. So you get it now. That's the unit. It's called molarity. We have molarity, we have molality, but let us stretch out further. Now, how are we going to solve this? So far we see mass in the question. That means we are going to what? We are going to work with mass. So far we know that 1 mole of this gives 2 mole of this. So how many mass? We are now going to work with what? With atomic mass of this and what? And molar mass. You look for atomic mass of an element and molar mass of a compound. Do you understand? Compound or molecule. Now, what is the atomic mass of magnesium? That is 24. What will the molar mass of hydrogen chloride. That is what we are going to work out. So therefore, magnesium is 24 to react with the molar mass of hydrogen chloride. So we are now going to look for that. So 2, the mole is going to work with it, the coefficient. So 2, atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 plus atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. This will further give us 2 open brackets 1 plus 35.5 will give us 36.5. This is equivalent to 24 grams of magnesium. We now react with what? 2 multiplied by this will give us 73 grams per mole. So of what? Of HCl. Now this is the very first step. 24 grams of magnesium from the balanced chemical equation, I repeat, react with 73 grams of hydrogen chloride. We will now go back to the question. I said, what is the mass of magnesium? Now, X. This is what we are asking. What is the mass of what? Of magnesium that will now react with. Now, they didn't give us mass here now anymore. What did they give us? They gave us another parameters of hydrogen chloride. We are given the volume to be 250. We are given the concentration to be 0.5 mole per dm cube. Now, we have the volume, we have the concentration. Now, how can you get mass here? That's what I promised you in the previous video. I said there are stoichiometry questions that ask formula. So, if you are working anything in stoichiometry, these 5 formulas must be in your head, especially if you are a Jamb student or you are writing Waec, because Waec is very much saying it's going to be CBT now, computer-based exam. So you have to know these formulas in your head, just as you know your name. Now I'm going to write the 5 formulas out here. Then we work so fast with it. Now number 1, you have to know that number of mole, my n is number of mole, is equal to mass all over molar mass. I don't want to solve the questions. I want to also gain in case you have any other questions to solve. Number 2, we have number of mole to be equal to my C is concentration in mole per dm cube multiplied by volume. If your volume, note here, if your volume is in dm cube, this is the final formula. But if your volume is in cm cube, you divide by 1000 to convert your volume back to dm cube. Do you understand? Please take note of that. If you have your volume in dm cube, you don't have to worry yourself again by dividing by 1000. But whenever you see your volume to be in cm cube, that is when you divide by 1000. Do you understand? Alright, fine. Number 3, we have our number of mole to be equal to volume occupied over 22.4 dm cube. Do you get that now? Right, let me make use of this. Please. Number 4, we have our number of mole to be equal to PV over RT. Number of mole equal to PV over RT. This is another thing. Because of our time, we're going to be explaining this because this also have their units and their value. This is R is molar gas constant and has a value of 0.0821. Do you understand? While the last one is what? Number of mole equal to elementary particle all over Avogadro's number. 6.02 times 10 is power 23. So I want you to copy these formulas down. Very, very important. These 5 formulas is very, very important when it comes to calculation that involve formula in stoichiometry. How to do that? You've copied it down because I'm going to use this place for the calculation. All right. Now you can see from the first 2 formulas I gave you, you can calculate your mass here. You can equate 2 formulas together. But for the simpler way, you can use it one by one. But the faster method, because I'm actually moving towards Jamb. If you are writing UTME, you work fast. You don't have to waste your time. Now, the first formula is what? Number of mole equal to mass over molar mass. The second formula is number of mole equal to concentration times volume over 1000. That means if our volume is in cm cube. So the number of mole is equal to this, and number of mole is also equal to this. So you can equate these together. What are we looking for? We want to get mass here. Do you understand? So we can say mass over molar mass equal to concentration times volume all over 1000. Is that taken out? Fine. Now, the mass is what we are looking for. Mass all over the molar mass of hydrogen chloride HCl is what? 36.5. That's 36.5 equal to concentration given in the question is what? 0.5 multiplied by volume is 250 all over 1000. Faster way, 250 here 1, 250 here 4. So if you are mathematics student, 0.5 is same as what? 1 over 2. So you have a bracket, you have 1 over 2, we have 1 over 2 divided by 4. Divided by 4. So if you change division sign to multiplication, so you have what? Multiply by, it is divided by 4 over 1. Abi? So now we multiply by 1 over 4. You have 1 over 8. And 1 over 8 simple as 0.125. So you have your mass. What we have left is mass over 36.5 equal to 1 over 8 or 0.125 all over 1. The faster method. So what I'm going to do now, so our mass will now be equal to, we cross multiply, in our mass there is 1 will be mass, equal to 36.5 multiplied by 0.125. Alright, let's check our calculator and let's punch that to get this 36.5 multiplied by 0.125. So we have 4.5625. We have 4.5625. So that's our mass from this information given about hydrogen chloride. So we calculated our mass to be 4.5625. Alright, how are we now going to solve that with the information we get here? Don't forget where we started. We started from where? That 24 grams from the balanced chemical equation. That 24 grams of what? Of magnesium gives 73 grams of HCl from the balanced chemical equation. They now ask us that what will now be the mass of magnesium that we now react with this value of HCl, and from there we've calculated the mass of HCl from this value given to us to be 4.5625. Easy peasy. Can consider, right? So it's a very cheap question. Then we have 73 multiplied by x equal to 24 multiplied by 4.5625. So we have our x to be equal to 24 multiplied by 4.5625. This will give us 109.5 all divided by 73. So this divided by 73, the final answer gives us 1.5. Yeah, that's really mass. A very cheap question. And we have the answer to be option C. Option C. That is very, very easy. So just make sure that you know those formulas and know how to work fast when you are given time in your examination. Please and please. So if you don't understand and you want to rewatch, you can rewatch the video as many times as possible as you desire or as you want. Please and please. And thank you. If you have actually gained value, you have learned new things today. So like the video, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so as to get notified whenever I upload any other video. And you can always write or call or WhatsApp this number to be added to our WhatsApp channel and Telegram group, so that you can have direct access to me. You can ask any other questions that you like in chemistry or any other science subject. Thank you very much. Welcome to Chemistry Simplified, and stay blessed. Love you.